Yesterday there was a slight breeze in the air, so I went ahead, put on my vampire nails, made myself a blueberry coffee, and pulled together my fall TBR. You might have seen my video on this, but I recently restarted an old iPad mini, and it can't download any apps besides the book app, so this has turned into my new Kindle, and I've downloaded a bunch of books that I'm so excited to read for fall. And before you try and tell me, Brooklyn, it's not fall yet, I am so over summer, I'm ready for autumn/fall. Let me have some enjoyment, please. Also, peep the nails. I thought I could share my list with you guys to hopefully inspire some. It does not taste like this normally. Also, if you have recommendations, please, please, please leave them in the comments. But nevertheless, let's get to my list. Can we just appreciate how cute this is? Like, are you joking? It's my little reading buddy. First on the list is a classic, Agatha Christie. I know she's an author and it's not like a specific book, but truly I just want to read any of her things. I have never read any Agatha Christie books, and I feel like she's just a staple for like the murder mystery genre. If you haven't heard of her, I'm pretty sure you're living under a rock because she's iconic. I think I want to start with Murder on the Orient Express just because that's what I've heard the most of. She has tons of books, so I think I'm going to start with those. I love a good murder mystery, but especially in the fall, chef's kiss. I actually have a bunch of murder mystery books to recommend, so buckle in. The next one I feel like everybody recommends, it's on everyone's TBR, and that is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. For some reason I thought this book was a self-help book, but apparently it is about some elite college students that end up murdering one of their peers. I haven't read it, so obviously I can't really give you the full rundown, but I swear every single list I looked up had that book on it, so clearly something is really good about it because everyone seems to rave about it. Still in the murder mystery genre, the next book that I saw was so highly recommended, and that is The Silent Patient. This one seems really interesting. Basically, it is about a wife who murders her husband and then refuses to share her story, refuses to speak, and then a detective comes in and really wants to get to the bottom of her story, why she did it, obviously, and that's all I know. I saw that one almost as much as I saw The Secret History, so if you're not a murder mystery fan, you'll probably like these books more. The next one that I want to read is Practical Magic. If you haven't seen the movie, you absolutely have to. It is the most cozy, just like beautifully made movie, and I assume the book is going to be just as incredible. If you don't know what Practical Magic is about, it's basically about two sisters who are raised by their aunts who are witches. These sisters could not be more opposite to each other. They want different things, they are very different people, and basically you follow their journey into adulthood, the different paths they go, and then the path that leads them back together on this crazy adventure. I don't want to give too much away. I feel like I've never related to a character more than Sally Owens, and her style in the movie, just everything gives me life, and it is the epitome of fall comfort. Obviously I had to put that in. Also, I just found out that it's a series, so there's Practical Magic, The Rules of Magic, and I think there's a third or fourth one too. I think The Rules of Magic is like their ancestors, it goes back in time, and I really, really cannot wait to read that one because I think that one's gonna be super good. I also have been trying to get into more nonfiction, but I find it very hard to stay interested in nonfiction. But when I was doing my scroll, this book really caught my eye. It's called The Devil in the Shape of a Woman, and it basically touches back on the Salem witch trials. I've always had an interest in the Salem witch trials, but I truly do not know that much about it. But I know this one touches on gender relations. It touches on, obviously, the prosecution of these women. I think the topic is gonna help me ease into nonfiction a little bit more. This shit is not working. I also saw lots of good things about The Guest List, which I believe is another murder mystery. I'm really sorry. Murder mysteries and fall just go hand in hand. I'm not 100% sure what this one's about. I think it's about a destination wedding and some crazy shit happens. This next one doesn't really give fall. It's just a very highly recommended book, and this one I saw a lot. It's called The Midnight Library. I'm probably saying the most basic books ever and I'm just behind, but the general gist I get out of it is that there's this library and it has all the choices you've ever made and you can go back and change things, but there may be consequences to your actions of going back and changing things in the past. It really has me thinking, like, if I could go back and look at every decision I ever made, would I actually change any of them, or did they end up helping me for the better? Let's all ruminate on that for a second. Okay, those are all the books that I personally added to my list, but I also put out some videos that said, hey, does anyone have any recommendations? What's on your list? give me the deets. I got a lot of recommendations for Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I think that's what it's called, or like Cinnamon something cafe. I think that one is a romance though, and it's not that I don't like romance. I just find that they are most likely to be very cliche. I'm not a super YA girly, you know what I mean? Although I did read Beach Read last month and I was sobbing by the end of it, so maybe I'm just not giving enough romances a chance. For fantasy, there's the Spell Shop. I love a good fantasy. Obviously, like Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, stuff like that is so up my alley, so I'm definitely here for some fantasy. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've actually never read the Harry Potter series either. I've only watched the movies. Maybe that could be on the list as well. So that was some of your guys' recommendations. If you have any others, don't forget to leave them in the comments. If we're thinking genres, I'm thinking fantasy, mystery, maybe thriller, but not something that's gonna like keep me up at night. On an off note, I just started watching Yellow Jackets. I thought it was gonna be more like Lost, which it still very much is, but it is so gory, so scary. Like, I can't watch it at night. I'm somebody who does not like horror, but I'm like hooked. I cannot stop watching. I'm like this for like half the show, peeking through my fingers, but it is really freaking good. So if you have show recommendations too, like good fall shows, that would be good too. I might just rewatch Supernatural though, but like only till season like 5. Not when the angels come in, then I get kind of sick of it. I think that is it for my fall TBR recommendations. If I go through some of these and create a new list, I will definitely make another video if you guys are interested in stuff like this. I haven't really talked about reading too much on this page, but I feel like as we get into the fall and winter months, everyone wants to cozy up, read a book, watch a movie, stuff like that, rather than in the summertime where everyone wants to go outside and have fun. Although if you're like me and live in Arizona, it's actually the opposite and life gets better when it's colder. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more stuff like this. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you have a great day and I love you all so much.